Okay, let's listen to what Sulaiman said here.
Anyone to attack a member of my team to have attacked me. And this is from our opposition. This state, it is not your birthright. Our economy, solace. We are not afraid of you. And we will not back down. I'm offering you one of my.
Okay, now pause. I want to ask you, in the just concluded elections, people were really after Toyin Abraham, because people were talking, they said she's also a youth, that she was not following youth, and she was out there criticizing the obedience. After then, they really criticized her. Then after watching this film, the criticism now went haywire. So with all what she said here, you understand, do you think the critics were justified?
Well, my own opinion. One, let me start with what your question was there. I know it so well because I followed up.
Okay, good.
So I think because at that point, right now, I was against who she was supporting.
As they continue playing.
Yeah. So yeah, I have my own preference. I have my own candidate, which is different from our own candidate. I'm a Yoruba guy. She's also a Yoruba. Yeah. So, but we have a different ideology, different political awareness. So yeah. So I can tell you that at that point too, I used to be a fan. Not like I used to like her stuff. Yeah, because sometimes the way she have opportunity probably met her and said, yeah. And then I've seen her in real life, the way she played, the way she do her stuff. I tend to, because yeah, I'm also in the industry, so I don't really call them. I don't really use the word I'm your fan. Most time I feel like
colleague.
I'm your colleague. I could be a young or junior colleague. I don't be like I'm not your fan. I'm your colleague. But I tend to like her personally, the way she treats, act, play, do some funny stuff on set. So even when people tend to compare her with I'll be like I'll kick Toyin. Wow, yeah. But fast forward to this election, trust me, I follow that. It could sound funny. So emotion was attached during the time of election, blah blah blah. And with some things she was posting, I'm like, Mama, why? In my mind, like, no, yeah, you have the right to support your candidate. I have my own right to support my candidate. I can't tell you who to support but then there are some things you don't overdo because of something. Like for me, I stand to be correct there. There are some things you should do because of like the certain stage you are. Look, you might not even know. Look, who are liking you not because of your acting, for some reason. Do you understand? Like me personally, I don't give a fuck about. I'm your colleague. Me say I will blow. So I'm not about hey no, she's a celeb. I just like that because I saw her. I've met celebrities, I work with celebrities. And I'm not when I see them, I'm not liking because you're a celeb. I don't give a fuck. Because I know one day you too have. But I only like you because of how you treat people or what you do. Yeah, the impression you give. So yeah. But during the election, the way she Mama will wake up in the morning and then the person is you want to fight over a candidate, like, and then there's something she will not tweet. I'll be like, no now. Mama, I'll be like, no now. Yeah, I know there's some a lot of stars out there too that they have their own candidate, different from what youth wanted. But the way they still do it, they manage it around youth. Even when the youth come to them, and then sometimes they might still fight and still hide. But at that point, my mom was just all out, and you can't even win, not even on Twitter, no matter how smart you are, you can't do it. It will not work. If you understand Twitter very well, you can't. So at that point, people were coming to her, blah 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 blah. Smart people on Twitter now. Can't win them like. So yeah, and this film now came after the whole election. Film now came out. So sad that they invited the film some 2 years back, and it's not happening right now in 2023. So it's more like probably the writer should have seen it all that, let me just capitalize on this thing I saw in my dream. This is going to happen, and then let me just. And then she did it, and now it's happening right now when the film came out. So when the film came out, unfortunately for her, it is more like you are in the film. She was acting against her will. More like you contradicting yourself. You are this in real life than that. And people were like, come on, bro, if you know you are this. Even if, because our fans were like, it's a movie now. It's our job. You can act this and then you're not this. I feel like, no, come on. If we know what elite actors do in this country, they won't take some role because of some certain thing. So you can't justify that because she's an actor. No, we know what they do. They will turn down, not even for the money, but for some certain reason. But Mama didn't know that this thing will play out. So she has already acted. She now acted the role. Like, is that funny that she now acted the role of the actor against the villain in that movie? Something that she's preaching. So the movie will be like, go and check the tweet on that. Like, okay, now you're telling us this, but then in this movie you are telling us it's bad. You are the one playing that role, not even a supporting role. Like, you're playing that good person, and now you realize you're telling you every day by day you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do before you brush your teeth or probably give your husband is to come on Twitter and fight and so this film was more like a cheap point for the youth for them to counter her, and it was so bad on her that this film came out in this time that everything was still hot. Like, everything is still hot. So people could capitalize on that and tell her, man, see this life, people can do this and then come out tomorrow and then a lot of funny comments from people who were making different funny comments. And I feel like because I saw a lot of tweets that because during the election people were like, anything that has to do with Toyin, they're not fucking with that movie, means that people will go to film her. Even anything that she will be in, even if it's not even a movie, they will not watch it. And when this film came out, I saw more than countless tweets. Like, we know you don't own the film, you only play scene in that film. But those 3 scenes are every scenes that you can't even do away with. That's like scenes that tell the story. Do you understand? So because of she's there, I'm not going to watch it. You can still go and check that is there. And white people were like, some people were like, no, you can go. It's not a movie. She only played. Some people were still like, no. In as much as we still have to in any project, I will know. No matter how deep, no matter how this, no matter how much they hype it, no matter how much they spend on the project, once they see to it, just because of what happened during the election. So that's funny at the same time sad that I know she lost followers. She might get it back. At this point, at that point, I was putting much emotion. But I feel like the same way we eat, you guys should eat. So yeah, eat in the process. So I feel like not much emotion like as it was when the election was on. So, because to be honest, I unfollowed her on Twitter. That not even because of her choice, not even because she's supporting a candidate.
It's because of what she said. Because people said she went to vote safe. They even chased her out. Because she said there was no that there were no violence. That was what she said.
Coming out to say some things that there's some obvious things. At a point on Twitter, our husband came out. Be like, please guys, leave my kid out of this. I got some Nigerians are not taking it personal. We're not laying costs on our kids. Like, and then the man has to come and like, please leave my kid out of this. It was that bad that people took it personal. But she was saying, I think she was losing it. Let me use that word. But she was saying some things that are not needed. And then somebody when I think she went to, before then people were asking her that, okay, we're saying this, we're saying that. But most times you come on Twitter and come and rant on social media and be like, hey, you want to film me and boys are coming to stop you. These are what we're trying to click on, blah, blah, blah. And during the election too, I think something like that happened where she was supposed to vote and they could not vote. I've been out. And something like that, I think something like that happened. People are now asking her that, then on the same day of election, people are like, what happened today? Not even about our polling, about what happened in general. People are like, can you, because every day by day, because she make it a culture, lifestyle. So people are ready for her. Once you wake up and start to fight that bad. So people are now asking her, can you pray that what happened today happened to your own family? So I think that was when the husband was like, come on, get too much. Let me just go and tell you, please leave my kid out of this. Do you understand? So if you watch the story, this movie, the role she plays and the role she plays in real life, you can tell that it's two different ball games. Like two different ball games coming from the same places. But yeah, some people were trying to justify it, saying it is acting. Why people were like, we know all of you here. Most times, if you had known that this thing will come and be like this, most times people turn down roles. But just three things. You are Toyin, you have the money. How much do you want to pay? I don't know. But you can come.
But it's an international film.
She will definitely get for that international.
Okay, but don't you think with her full participation, or let's say full participation, or what she did during the election, don't you think that thing would affect her chances of getting big roles, because Nigerians have started acting or producing good films now?
It's a win-win stuff. Obviously, one, it might not. Now, let me start from it might. It might, in the sense that we have some people that are still saying, anywhere I'm seeing Toyin, I'm not fucking with anything that has to do with Toyin, I'm done. And if take one out of 100, it's not more 100, 99. So you can't. So as a marketer or as a big studio that are all about their money, because that's like, want to do a casting, a table casting, with the normal casting they do for ladies and they do casting for them. Most people don't know, but their own casting different. They might just call like 2-3 that they feel like so sometimes, for the sake of the market, the media house might be like, oh, in their mind, like, you can kill this group better, but they might just check from the angle of that Nigerians, and now social media, and they like, we can spend this so amount of money in this project, and maybe because of certain things, we will not get, not like we might do our own work very wrong, but whether this person is there might really, in a way, dent our sales or our market. It might, because of that, not keep her and give the other person. Do you understand? So that's why I said, in a way, it might affect her. But with time, because Nigerians, maybe Nigeria might forgive her, or some set of people that don't want to do that again might forgive her, or tend to, rethink and do against what they said right now. So that's why I say he might. Because in the case whereby it's our own project, he might not.